Hello again, Nerdfighteria. It's Monday again, and you know what that means. Actually, it means I have another video for you. Before I get into that, though, I want to let everyone know about a man named Rick Hansen. Rick Hansen suffered a spinal cord injury when he was 15 and is permanently confined to a wheelchair now. 25 years ago to this year, he started the Rick Hansen Foundation and wheeled around the world to raise awareness for persons with disabilities. The foundation ended up raising a ton of money, and on August 24th, there is going to be a celebration with a Cross Canada tour. 7,000 medal bearers will participate, and any citizen or permanent resident in Canada, 13 or older, is eligible to be a medal bearer. I put some links in the doobly-doo if you are at all interested in the relay, but I encourage everyone to check it out and see what they can do to participate. Anyway, riots! Those of you keeping up with the news will know that recently there was a large-scale riot that broke out in Vancouver a few weeks ago over a hockey game. Okay, so it wasn't just any hockey game, it was the Stanley Cup Finals, the biggest game of the year. It was Game 7 tied 3-3, Vancouver against Boston, in the final deciding game, and Vancouver, surprise surprise, lost. Ordinarily, losing shouldn't be a big enough upset for fans to riot. Apparently not for Vancouver, since it's been how many years since they won the Stanley Cup. Anyway, psychology. Okay, so social psychologists for decades have known about the power of expectations on perceptions and behavior, blah, blah, blah. Imagine this. You're dating this most amazing, most perfect person in the whole world. They're gorgeous, they're funny, they're smart, they're amazing in bed, and for some inexplicable reason, they love you. Okay, so you and this perfect person have this mutual best friend. And this hypothetical best friend tells you that your perfect person has something huge they want to say to you. And you want to marry this person, you've been talking about getting married, and what else can it mean but a proposal? So you go for dinner, dressed to the nines, to the fanciest restaurant ever, and it comes time after the meal, and this person takes you by the hand and looks deeply into your eyes, lovingly and longingly, and they break up with you. Okay, so this is the worst case scenario. Anyone who knows about this firsthand knows how devastating and angering and completely reality-destroying this can be. So, what's this have to do with rioting Canadians? Well, think about it like this. Imagine that this person times 1,000, all at the same time. Okay, so a lot of you are saying, Lex, don't be ridiculous. Thousands of people are broken up with every day, and they don't go rioting together. Well, let's examine that for a second. True, riots don't spontaneously break out after being broken up with, but they are not what psychologists define as a group. A group is specifically defined in social science as two or more people who are connected by and within social relationships. Within social relationships. Such as, I don't know, a bunch of people watching the Stanley Cup Finals together hoping that their team will win. Also, I should mention that with some frightening frequency, breakups can lead to behavior such as vandalism, which is usually the defining aspect of rioters, the only difference being an individual slashing your tires and TPing your house versus a very large, scary group throwing Molotov cocktails at police cars. But that isn't the end of it. There's a serious flaw in this argument in that, generally speaking, good people don't usually go around burning things and looting annihilated storefronts even after a bad breakup. Most, if not all of you, have probably heard the term mob mentality. But what is mob mentality? Well, mob mentality isn't really a scientific term. It's really more or less a slang term to describe a phenomenon that was identified in the 1800s by researcher Gustave Le Bon, known as contagion. Contagion. Okay, so Le Bon made up a lot of stupid crap, but he did get this right. Contagion is the term describing how behavior and attitudes and emotions can spread through crowds from one person to another like wildfire, that get progressively worse and worse. So kind of like a contagious disease? Contagion. All it takes is one pissed off Canuck to kick over a trash can, and it just landslides from there until they're trying to blow up the bay. So there it is. Riots in a nutshell. Good people gone bad because of an infection of behavior and emotion. But as some of you may know, the RCMP were actually tipped off that a particular group was going to try to start a riot. The Canucks lost. Clearly, they screwed up. So, Nerdfighters, here's the question this week. How can we prevent riots? Can they be stopped? Or is contagion just too powerful an influence on the human psyche that we're doomed to indulge in mob mentality no matter how smart or strong-willed we are? Until next time, Nerdfighters, DFTBA.